Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day. Okay, so more practice in the rain because there's this one corner I have yet to figure out what to do with. Holy Lord. Yep. Not an easy one to figure out. It's kind of weird because it's like one of the safest corners on dry, and yet in the wet, seems the rear is always going on me. So let's load our rain profile here, and we're gonna put this like this and see if that front differential makes any difference. Track is not wet enough yet, but it's slowly getting there. Starting to see puddles all over the place. Okay, no difference whatsoever. Okay, need to find a way to cope with that corner. This will change things drastically. On all parts of the track, unfortunately. I just need to figure out a way around that corner. Hey, no fighting, you two. Conan. 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 Trisha. You fit where? Hmm? Dana? Cat's getting into a fight. Which I don't want. Okay. So I have to take that corner on the right side. On the left. Cause my rear to spin out. I think that's why I was seeing Portis yesterday taking that line so often. Like on dry, the left side is faster. But in the wet, the right is safer. Oh no. Also wondering if my tires don't need to be a little bit warmer. More around the 50s. Come on, turn. Oh, I wasn't even able to get it place. Okay. Oh, mamma mia. How can we fix this? I have no idea, folks. None whatsoever.
When Mr. OMG says evening, oh.
Hey, good evening. How are you today?
When Mr. OMG says in good Thai, you.
I don't know how I am. I've been working really hard, learning this track this week, or for the past 2 days, to realize that the race is going to be in the rain. I had the perfect setup for dry. But the next corner here, my car always loses the rear. And I don't know what to do to fix it. Well, it's more like 7 out of 10 times I'll lose the rear there. So, try softening the suspension. I mean, I've already got max wing. Trying a little bit more camber, see if it'll make a difference. A little bit less toe in the rear. can't figure out what to do to make the car stick to the corner. And it's like one of the safest corners in the dry. For some reason in the wet, it's just having me spin out constantly. And I've tried taking the corner differently. And no matter what I seem to do, I can't avoid the inevitable. It's kind of annoying having to go all the way around the track just to practice one corner. Yeah, I know I'm super slow. I got maxed out traction control.
When Mr. OMG says, well, I got my new wheel.
Really? Already? Okay. So we were thinking it would have been like a week or two, but glad you already have it. Hopefully this one works as intended.
When Mr. OMG says, and I've just done my first 2 online races.
Ooh, okay, and how did that go? I bet it was terrible. The bronze were very chaotic when I was a rookie trying to do my 10 first races.
When Mr. OMG says, my first got 6 seconds, started last, finished 4th.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. A couple of my first races I didn't even finish because everybody was crashing into everybody. In a big way. Like everybody was telling me, you know, I started last, let everybody go through the first corners. And still, when they were rejoining the track, they would just crash right into me and all kinds of stuff. It was really bad. Not all of them, but I do remember it being a pain. So happy to get out of bronze. So what car are you driving in the GTs?
One Mr. OMG says 720s.
Oh, the Maca. Okay. It's a great car.
Justin Slim Friesen says evening.
Good evening, Justin. Maca is a great car. Another one that people have been liking a lot lately is the Lexus. Either one of those cars, you're good to go.
Justin Slim Friesen says just hopped on LNU myself.
Really? I thought you were playing iRacing. Okay. You want me to host a rainy server? And get some practice in? But I'm guessing the race is gonna be plenty for you. I don't like the rain, not gonna practice the rain. Gonna race in the rain and be done with it. Well, so far I've had a couple of laps here. Doesn't seem to want to spin out.
Justin Slim Friesen says up to you. I'm doing a private practice, so I'm good either way.
Would Mr. OMG would like to join us then if I host one in the rain? Not sure many people would join though. I'd have to do it in the afternoon, I'm thinking. More people during the day, but who knows? So far I've been going around this track, and I don't know exactly what changed to make the car behave.
One Mr. OMG says nah, not tonight, I'm 8 at 1:30 here.
Ooh, 130, okay. I gave my car a little bit more camber. And seems I'm not losing it no more. I never heard of camber being good in the rain though, so I'm kind of confused. And I keep missing this corner. coming in too fast. Really having a hard time seeing where the track is. But see, I'm not losing it now, and when it comes time to the race, I might lose it. Oh man, I keep not knowing where this track is. Okay, let's save it. Well, I'm glad you finally got your wheel. 'Cause it's really bad when you get your first wheel and it's defective and you have to return it. Well, I'm glad the wait wasn't 2 weeks. Alright, so that's saved. What's going on in the hosted races? So, Simulation is not hosting anything tonight.
One Mr. ONG says I sent it off Friday, they got it Monday, I got it BK today.
Yep, that's really good of them. Okay, I can host one. Let's see here. Gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this. Let's find race control. There we go. Host a race. This one's okay. Manage. So track is Algarve. Are we doing the WEC or the Elms? Do you know? Is there a difference between these two? Okay, let's just change the race. To... Oh, we don't have progressive, so let's go with green. Oh, we start in the clear, that's right. The two first weather starts are clear, and then it's overcast and rain. Any other settings that I need to change, do you think? Pretty sure the temperature is not going to be, let's put 25. Might be 22, whatever. Pretty sure it's not going to be 36. Okay. Guess we're good to request here. Burger free, really. Okay. No, you're not going out. You behave.
Justin Slin Friesen says burger free no good free, burger good law.
Oh, there it is. It's on the first page. Oh, I was looking in the log servers, that's why. Okay. Oh, I didn't notice that the first two were saturated, but it's just qualifying in practice. Oh shoot, it's times 3 the tires and times 3 the gas. I forgot about that. You forgot to remind me. So if I spin out on wet tires, that's gonna be really bad. Okay, let's get our reins set up here. But we're starting in the dry, so let's see how she holds up.
Justin Slim Friesen says, well, the race will most likely start saturated anyways.
Well, I put the race to green, but for the practice and qualifying it's saturated, so we'll see. I don't know. It'll be chaos one way or another. Forgot what it felt like to ride here in the dry. Rick? Okay. I gotta teach my cat a lesson here. Gonna behave. They said no. They said no. You behave. No, you're not going out. Well, so far I'm the only hypercar. Bummer. Hey, I'm happy with that. It's not really dry that I need to practice in. It's in the wet. Not many people in Hypers. Rick, no. Yeah, not many hypercars. Do like his custom livery. Yeah, well, these are not average Joes if they have their own liveries. No. Still the only hypercar, really. Only 2 guys managed to put down times. And the track limits are not strict.
Justin Slim Friesen says, man, do I get frustrated on this track.
Yeah. I got frustrated quite a bit. It's not an easy track. This is a track for MotoGP, not for cars.
Justin Slim Friesen says 2 seconds of my PB, also FFS.
Really? Okay. That ain't bad then. Well, Hartman's first lap that counted is plus 30. The competition's gonna be tough.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I mean my PB is of 46.
Yep, so you're 2 seconds off your personal best. Which maybe for you that's a lot, but it's really not that much. Ooh, people are not able to put times down and are already rage quitting. Ricky, I said no. I'm about to just put him in a cage.
Justin Slim Friesen says just no consistency for me here.
Yes, it's hard to be consistent.
Justin Slim Friesen says anyways, lol.
Yeah, it's gonna be a chaotic race. Thursday. Heck, there's no hypercars that even wants to try it in the rain. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to qualify if I want a good grid position. People are dropping again. No, you're not going out, cat. You behave. Wait until after my stream. Damn, everybody's dropping like flies. Yep, I like the new greens on your livery. Ooh, we do have a couple of other hypercars now. Okay. Three minutes for others to join. Oh, we just lost one. Okay. Yep, seems the Lexus is the new OP car. Okay, well, that's coming to a close. Greg, you behave. They said nope. You behave. No, Rick. Okay. Let's load up the rain. There we go. Good luck, have fun, and may chaos rule.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Hey chap."
I'll try to. I have a feeling that I'm going to be the only one finishing this race. Once the rain kicks in. Oh, keeping as a Canadian as well. Okay. Rick, you behave. I'm serious. I'm gonna get mad. Rick. Man, are you getting on my nerves? Oh, he DNF'd. Okay. I knew I was gonna be the only hypercar as soon as it started raining. Anyway, folks, tonight is our national holiday. Say tonight because it's actually the 24th, but since a lot of people have to work on the 25th, tonight's the night that we'll have fireworks. Not that I'll see them because I'm here in the cockpit. Okay, spun out at my least favorite location. Guess it's starting to get wet and slippery. Did it actually just stop raining? It's supposed to rain until the end. A lot of people DNF. Since we're only 4 on the track now. Maybe 5. Out of the 7. Yeah, trying to figure out where the track was again. Can't see nothing. Now my tires in the rear are at 46%. Am I gonna make it to the end of the race? This is just nuts. I think this will be a fun race. Whoa! This is so nuts. Can you imagine an hour of this Thursday night with a lot more traffic? Well, this car is as safe as it's gonna get. And even then, gonna be a struggle to survive. I just wish I had other hypercars here to measure myself a bit. Like, how fast can we go in certain areas, etc., etc.
Barely Racing says hypers in the rain that's tough dry is hard enough.
I definitely agree. And hellos, by the way. Ooh. Sorry, Justin. Dang it. Oh man, that was crazy. So yeah, I'm not surprised these guys DNF'd. Justin still has a lot to do. Yeah, these cars are a challenge. Thursday's night race that we're having in our league is gonna be in the rain here. I figured we can get all the practice that we can. We need it. We need the practice. I tried making the car as safe as possible, but it's still treacherous. Well, it seems Justin had a good strategy because he's a good 30 seconds ahead. Man, my rear tires were finished. I made it a little bit more spicy. 3 times the tire wear, 3 times the fuel consumption. Because it's only an half an hour race, and we're going to be going for over an hour Thursday, so... Ooh, crazy stuff. Bring it home, bring it home.
Barely Racing says I couldn't get out the pits with.
He did that on purpose. I couldn't get out of the pits with one? With one what? Ah. Yep, crazy. Probably should have never had pouring with the rain, Portimao. It's crazy.
Justin Slim Friesen says that tire wear was brutal lol.
Tell me about it. Yeah, I completely forgot to change that. It made things so much worse. I mean, for the first half of the rain, it wasn't that bad. But then you spin out and you see like 10-20% of your tire just go away in one shot. It's like, uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's
Barely Racing says hyper soon as I turned the pit limiter off. Lol.
Yeah. But, you know what? They are very drivable. They're very fun to drive once you kind of get used to them. But yeah.
Justin Slim Friesen says I was in the wall. Twice I'm sure everyone was.
Well, actually, I was not in the wall. But I did spin out in my usual spot that I'm struggling with. And then I spun out twice where you came across me. In that last curve there. which I'm surprised that I actually lost anything, but I think it's because of the tire wear. Ooh, I am so happy you convinced me to host a race in the rain there, Justin. Let's do that more often. Just remind me to put the tire wear back to normal. Like that other hypercar did not last long. We had a first nice lap, but as soon as it started raining, he just DNF'd. I don't know what happened to him.
Justin Slim Friesen says, man, I really had to twist your arm, lol.
I know, crazy stuff, isn't it? Oof. Yeah, I love hosting races. Well, okay. I guess you're off to Glenn's stream. Make sure to tell him that he needs to practice in the rain. Not that he's gonna have time to do that. So it'll just be funny to see how things go Thursday.
Justin Slim Friesen says, thanks for hosting. Barely Racing says, I like the LMP3, I don't have the reaction time for hypers.
You would be surprised. You would be surprised. Like, I never liked the LMP3s. They're slower than the GTs.
Justin Slim Friesen says, yup, see you on Glenn's.
Okay, I might stop by, as usual. But, yeah, I did kind of try out the LMP2s. Kind of liked it. Then kind of tried the Hypers. And at first I was like you, these cars are way too fast for me, right? But I'm also in a league of multi-classes. And I'm not a fast driver, right? So I'm in a GT3. I'm, towards the back of the gang. And then everybody that I fight in the rear ends up, not finishing the race. They just DNF. They spin out, they're frustrated, they DNF. So I found myself like racing all by myself on a track and getting passed by all these cars. So I figured, you know what? If I'm going to be the slowest guy on the grid, why not take the fastest car, right? So even though I'm slow, I'm still passing the GTs. So it's like, okay, there's traffic, there's stuff going on. I'm still passing cars. But hey, I'm slow, who cares, As long as I'm having fun.
Barely Racing says, fair enough.
But then, I'm slowly getting better, I'm no longer the slowest one. I'm still not an alien. I'm still not, near anywhere the podium. But, I'm fighting for positions. I'm defending now. It's more interesting.
Barely Racing says that's the main thing, the fun.
So, I understand your point of view, but, I kind of decided to throw myself in it, and there's a lot to learn, I like to do my own setups, and, the difference between VE and the fuel, and then you got this third suspension arm. The Ferrari, the Peugeot, and the Toyota have four-wheel drive, so you have a front differential. So, when you're playing in the setup, there's a whole bunch of things to learn. You know, getting your load cell pedal dialed in so that you don't lock up the brakes. You know, you kind of want to find a middle ground where you brake in the shortest distance without locking up. You know, it was a lot of. I've been at it for what, 3 months now? And I'm having a blast with these cars. I really like them. Like you play in the GTs, and let's say your favorite car is a Ferrari. You've always wanted a Ferrari, you drive the Ferrari, but you're always spinning out. So people will tell you, well, take the Lexus, take, you know, the McLaren, they're safer. So you're no longer driving the car you want, you're kind of driving the car that you can drive. Whereas hypercars, you can fine tune them to your, you can pick any one of them and make it drivable. That's the kind of fun part I like. I've driven the Peugeots, the wing and the wingless. Driven the Ferrari. I hate the noise of the Ferrari though. Driven the Genesis. And since the new Toyota came out, I love the new Toyota. But okay, enough chit chat. Hopefully you'll try it out. It's not for everybody, but you know, you might find yourself one day open-minded and you know what? Maybe I need to try this more than once. Try to do 20 laps around your favorite track with it. Like Monza or Le Mans. And see how things go from there. That's my 2 cents, but if you love GTs, stick with GTs. Nothing wrong with GTs. Just move out of the way of hypercars. So, okay. Please like, share, and subscribe because it really helps out my little channel. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. The race I'm talking about is Thursday night. So that's going to be over an hour. So hopefully you guys tune in to see the chaos in the rain. Not all races are in the rain. I was one of the stupid ones that decided to vote for the rain. And seems that the rain is winning.
Barely Racing says one day, when I think I can do it.
Well, it's a lot of headaches, you know. I took the first, well, how can I say? The Valkyrie, you don't have to worry about the electronical stuff of the car. Just put gas in it and go. But when I decided to try out the others and I was losing it all over the track and discovered that my battery was running out, and that's when the brakes lock up. So it's not only the brake adjusting your, load cell pedal and the brake force. You got to make sure that there's still juice in the battery. So maximize the brake regen and bring down a little bit the consumption on the battery. And, when people were starting explaining to me, because they were seeing me spin out all over the place, and they're like, did you do this? Did you do that? I'm like, I'm new to this. I don't know what I'm doing. And then they explained it, and slowly but surely, I understand the car. I understand how to drive it. It's a lot of fun once you get to it, though. But, okay. Enough chit-chat on my part. I gotta take care of my cats, and stop in Glenn's stream and say hello before heading off to bed. So again, a big thank you, everybody. Nighty night, and see you in the next one.